I know you don't love blue cats, but it's still fun if you catch it. That'd be a good time. Still want to see you catch like a 40-pound striper. Alright, so the carp. Let's talk about, did you catch the carp on purpose? And are you joining the carp fight? Sounds like how I feel about the carp. Well, if you go down there, maybe you can stop by here on the way. We'll catch some trash fish of some kind. It'll be good. It'll be fun. Who's doing the class, though? The more the merrier for sure. I don't know which portion of Florida you're in, but we try to get down there to the beach anyway. Pretty regular. We're coming down to Orlando this summer. Down that way this summer, doing a little family vacation. I may have to look at that, see how it looks as far as time before or after. We're going to one of the amusement parks. We're going to do Universal. So our oldest son is going to be a senior next year, so we kind of wanted to do a trip he would enjoy this summer. He likes Universal, and yes, he wants to see Epic. on the hood. Yeah, I think we got the fast passes for most everything. I can't remember. I think one of the things that we didn't purchase, and it was really just for me, was the water park. Whatever the water park deal is, like, we didn't get that for me. But we got season passes on one of the tickets so that we can get the fast passes or whatever. I don't know how all that works. Our travel agent looked it up. Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. Dino bears. Numb bears. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I always use some advice. I don't, and I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I don't like water and water parks and stuff like that. Like, I like being at the water, but I don't like getting in the water. So, Volcano Bay, we didn't pay for me to have tickets that day. I have season tickets to the other parks, but not that one. So Jen and the kids will go to that one without me one day. So I'll probably just stay at whichever one has Men in Black, and I'll probably do that ride, probably. I like that one. It's pretty fun to me. They love the water park stuff. You know, the marathon stream, yeah. That day that they're at Volcano Bay, that might be the strap. We just strap on the chest mount and just go through MIB over and over and over. I forget what it's called, Galactic Hero? No, maybe that's on the Buzz Lightyear ride. Whatever the high score thing is, my family always gets the high score. Maybe it is Galactic. We always beat the other team though. I know all the tricks. Gotta hit all the hidden stuff. Hit the red buttons right and all that. It's fun. I like that one. And I like the little Simpsons area. That one's fun too. I think I haven't ridden that one as much, but it's fun too. I like the Spider-Man ride. And I like to ride the Hulk roller coaster once, but then it gives me a headache. But that little Simpsons area, I can just hang out over there for a while. It's pretty fun. That's one of the kind of newer ones, right? I can't remember if I rode it or if I stood there while the kids rode it. I can't remember. I might have ridden it. I think maybe I did, but I just don't remember. I think we did. One day we rode several coasters. I think that was one of them. We did that Hagrid ride one. I don't know. the hazard thing where the thing drops down. And we did the Hulk, and I think we also did the Velociraptor. Yeah, the motorbike. That was pretty cool. Going in the way in there. You know, I think it's crazy that those people that climb Mount Everest, like, they go up, they go past dead bodies. Is that weird? Anybody else think that's weird? I mean, I understand why they're there, but that's I feel like we just make it a point to get those out of there. Also, Jen watched the documentary, and it's kind of crazy to me too that, like, people that you hire to carry all your stuff, I'm gonna hire some guys to carry my stuff on. Yeah, I mean, that's for real. Yeah, the whole area around the Men in Black ride is really neat to look at. And then the Simpsons part is just like right next door. Men in Black is probably my favorite movie of all time. Men in Black and Men in Black 2. Men in Black 3 was okay, but I like the first two better. That whole area of the park is pretty neat. I enjoy Universal much more than Disney. I mean, I'm not saying Disney, I like Universal. Disney is just so crowded. And it's also very, very expensive. I don't know, I can't remember all the details, but I know they kind of sort of did away with the fast pass stuff and went to like just get a time and come back. That hours to ride something that's really not that good. Some of them are good, and some of them are not. This one got nibbled up here. Might have been enough to get the bait. We may try repositioning it. If I remember. definitely is more cool with younger kids. Having teenage boys though, I think that's part of it, is they're kind of not as interested in Disney now. The Universal stuff is more where their interest is. Even though Disney bought out, the Marvel stuff, the boys, and they still have, Universal still has that stuff. The boys are more into that stuff. I said that really well. I think we got it. My boys are not really big on princesses and stuff. Boys, boys. They like that Harry Potter area and all the superhero stuff and Jurassic Park and all that. They like all that pretty good. There's a part, I can't remember, but we got stuck on a ride. I can't remember if it was Universal or if it was Disney, but it was one of the water rides where you kind of go around in a little area.
D-Boy 157 is now following.
Thank you for that follow. So you go around some little river deal, and then I think you go off a little drop or whatever. But anyway, we got stuck on there for a little while, and there was some little beaver singing a song, and my oldest, he got so annoyed. Now we like to sing it just to mess with him. But I'm not quite remembering now what it is. Jen will remember. It probably was fun. This is a 2-hour guided fishing trip. Caught over 100 fish. That's cool. Yeah, definitely be going fishing all the time. Highly recommend it. Give it a chance, try it out. Yeah, that Central Drive, they did change it some though. So, wait, did they change it after it was Simpsons, or did they change it from something else? Fishing stuff, well, I don't know where you're from, but Walmart can get you some pretty decent cheap fishing stuff. Amazon has some decent stuff. Academy Sports and Outdoors, Bass Pro Shops. Trying to remember what that song was that little beaver was singing. I wish Jim was really proud. What keeps popping in my head is responsibility, but that's not the song. It was like zippity dee, zippity day, something. I think it might have been Splash Mountain, but it was basically, you went through this little river thing, and there was all these little farm preachers and things singing songs, and then eventually you go down a drop. It might have been Splash Mountain, that might be a different one. We got hit on our big chunk of cutbait. That might be a gar. Don't be a gar. Just like running with what the heck? No fish. Big. that line was going that way. Maybe the fish had the bait, but not the hook. Bowling ball chunk of bait right there. I was looking, that line was just going just like that. I was surprised based on the radar earlier that the storms haven't gotten here. They must just keep tracking a little north of it. The setup that I had, the Carolina rig, I've got a sliding sinker on there, but what really keeps things from moving is I've got a bobber stopper on the line just above the sliding sinker, because I don't want that sinker to slide real far. Some people will let it slide, they don't care. I don't like it sliding real far, so I put a bobber stopper. And the reason that I don't like it sliding real far is because it'll get tangled up. Like when you're throwing it out, it'll start that sinker slide when it all gets tangled. I don't know if you saw my these two outside rods, I'm using more like a drop shot rig on those. I've got the sinker on bottom, and then up off the bottom about 12 inches, I tie the hook in. Loki has the spot lock and everything. My boat has a trolling motor, it does not have spot lock. It has like a, what do they call it? I forget the name of it, but basically it'll keep you going in one direction at one speed. It's like a cruise control kind of thing, sort of. But as far as spot lock is on it. And honestly, I don't use my trolling motor much at all anymore. Spot lock. I want to do some like bumping and dragging. catfish. And to do that, you need to be going like, I think it's like half a mile an hour. Easing along. And that's hard to do if you don't have spot lock or something. Carlo, that may be it. I think it's a little beaver, and he's like, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day, something like that. And anyway, while we were stuck there for like half an hour, he sang that song over and over and over. That probably was right. It's definitely a beaver. So, you know, there's good rides and bad rides, I guess, everywhere. But there's two that really stand out to me. One is Jungle Cruise. Like this. I just don't do it. And then the other one, my mom, when she was a little kid, she went to Disney and went on the It's a Small World thing. But now y'all got to remember, this was like it was I don't know, like 60s, late 60s, early 70s. So like she thought it was the coolest thing, and so she talked about it like most of my life. I never got to go on vacation really. So I never really got to go, but when I finally went and we went on It's a Small World, I was like, oh my God, this is... This one was getting tugged at the same time, but this one definitely I was more interested in. I think it's still there, whatever it is. But when I touch that, it pumps just a little bit. I want to give them a chance to get that thing in the mountain. I'll end up like last time. See, this one right here pulled tight and then just kind of sat there. Is that the one where the elevator like goes up and down? Is that one, or is no? High maintenance the one you just like ride around on the whole thing? Right. The fallen elevator thing, I think, is Tower of Terror. See, I don't like stuff that free falls. So that Tower of Terror, I can't. I don't like free fall stuff. The whole time I just keep thinking this thing's gonna malfunction and just fall. And it really may not even be a far drop like at all. They literally might be going 500, but it's freaking out. Now when JB was like little, maybe 4 or 5, somewhere around there, maybe less, I can't remember. But we rode the, what's the movie? Avatar, the Avatar ride. And you're flying on this thing, and it's really just all doing this. You're not really going anywhere. But JB, as a little bitty kid, you know, he's scared to death. Absolutely scared him to death. I would have to remind him to like look at the wall or something. And then when he would look at the wall, then he would realize, oh, I'm not really following you or whatever. then you would get scared again. And you have to look at the wall. We did that quite a few times. And yeah, he kind of got panicked. I think where it started for me though for the rides that free fall that I just can't do it is there was a ride at Six Flags over Georgia that was called acrophobia. It's called acrophobia, and it was just one of those big towers. You go up to the top, and then after a minute it clicks and you just go down, and then you kind of go up and down like that. But what I didn't know, and ended up being my brother-in-law. He wasn't my brother-in-law at the time. But anyway, he and I went out there. We rode it. We were the first ones in the park, first ones on that ride. So I knew it went up and then dropped down. But what I didn't know is when you get to the top, before it drops you, like you're out on the side of this thing, it like clicks you out where you're facing towards the ground. And so I didn't know that it did that. So when it clicked out like that, I thought the thing malfunctioned and I fell out. And then we dropped. And I'm like, oh no, never again. This ain't it. I just about left something in my underpants that day. That was rough. Because like I said, I knew it was going to go up and come down. I just didn't know it was going to click like that and make me think I fell out. That's what got me. Yeah, free fall stuff, that's not for me. That's for somebody else. A little fishy. Not like a growl, but like a something from the gut or something. We still have the bait here. Fish biting. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped up. I think I'm going to be able to go out at lunch that day. I got an award ceremony I got to go to at 10. As soon as that gets over, I'm going to go home, take off the monkey suit, and go fishing. I think. I hope it works out that way. Very least, getting close. Also, we got some storms moving this way. So clouds are making it a little bit darker.
Canacane 007 is now following.
It's a little slow. But at least it went off. Sometimes they don't go off. Rain hasn't gotten here yet. The radar made it look like it was going to be here already. But not yet. Yeah. That one's too close. Let's see. It's crazy how much of a delay it is.
Ghost underscore 20,252,050 is now following.
Thank you for the follow. I used to be able to just click on it like I would anybody else's thing.
The Justified is now following.
big on you're going out in the morning. Lucky when you're going out. How about you, Ozzy? It's hard. When we did the fishing stream. It's not self-promo. I'm asking.